So what are some of the different ways that we can facilitate, that we can encourage player interaction, that we can encourage role-playing in our games, pulling the party in, pulling the players in, building and getting them involved in that narrative? In this vlog, that's what we're going to explore, and I wanted to share with you one of the ideas that I like to use, one of the ideas that I like to explore that enhances this, but at the same time, and it infuses it with a little bit of a competitive spirit, yet at the same time, it doesn't quite break the system. Now, the first thing to keep in mind, if I step back as a DM and I go around the screen and put myself in as a player, players enjoy role-playing games in different facilities, in different capacities. I think as a DM or a GM, we have to recognize and understand this, and we have to make room for this at our table, physically our gaming table. This idea that everyone has a vision, everyone has a voice, everyone gets to participate. Some players are really, really loud and get into character. Others are a little bit more reserved, and some very, very quiet. And even the more quiet players, that's how they like to role play. That's how they enjoy, as long as they have the ability to be heard when they want to be heard. So in this regard, encouraging player interaction isn't necessarily about who's being the loudest, who's being the noisiest, and who's dominating the table. It's getting the players to do interesting and cool stuff in character. One, that makes for a memorable game. But second, jumping now back behind the DM screen, it gives me something to work with. It gives me something that I can utilize as a DM, this idea of plot hooks. So I've got a big bag of gold coins, Waterdeep gold coins, copper coins, platinum pieces from Waterdeep, from Dungeons and Dragons. And I have this bag out on the table, and anytime I feel like you have taken a risk in character, you've had your character do something within the confines of your character class and maybe gone a little bit above or a little bit beyond, you get a gold coin. You get a gold coin, a physical gold coin. When you get 10 of these coins in the adventure, they carry over to the next adventure. I've lost a few coins over the years, but also on the floor and scattered all about, so I'm not really worried about losing any. You get to keep these coins. When you get 10, you must cash them in, and you get one reroll. And you could save the rerolls. That doesn't apply to hit points. It's only in-game. You get one reroll, and you have to accept the reroll. You can't reroll on the reroll. You can't spend 2 bonuses to get 2 rerolls on the same die. You got to earn it. You got to keep it. And this is kind of interesting because it's saved the players many times, adds another little level of tactica. But as a DM, I find it doesn't really break the game. If anything, it makes it more interesting. And if anything, it encourages them, the physical interaction of having these coins and carrying these coins and utilizing them. It works to help bring that in. So I use that as an example, and I push that out there, and I'm pushing this up to my archive to ask you the question, this idea of the vision, this idea of the voice, how can we encourage that role-playing wise in our games?